And greetings once again, pathetic Earthwomans. Welcome back to Sky Factory 2. So, in our last episode, we worked on a little bit more auto crafting. We worked on some auto processing. I've changed the configuration of our machines here and added a few more. We've got 2 sag mills here now. We've got 3 alloy smelters. I've changed where the inputs and outputs are on these, and it seems when you're using the applied energistics interfaces and so forth connected to these things, you don't really need to configure the inputs and outputs on the machine. They all just seem to work just fine. But I've gone ahead and moved all the input outputs to the sides of the machines. We're running the power conduits up along the back so we can just stack them up. And as we can see, we've got our import buses on the outsides and our ME interfaces connected to the insides for, easy access from where we're standing here. So the way I've hooked this up is there, of course, are certain types of recipes that should be processed as just a furnace only. And when you're using these Ender IO alloy smelters, for instance, if you have a machine that is set to all smelting or even alloy only mode, and you put sand in there, you're going to get quite clear glass instead of just the regular glass. So we've just set this bottom one to furnace only mode, and we'll just put in only encoded patterns that are furnace only sort of recipes, like standard regular glass, things like rubber bars, raw plastic, conduit binder. Those don't require the alloy smelting mode in the machine. So the other 2 machines, of course, are set to all smelting mode, and they will generally default to alloy smelting mode. If you enter in items that are of the type that we see here, like these alloys that require multiple different things to be combined. So we've got our fused quartz here. We've got our quite clear glass recipe, and as you can see, I've added a few recipes. The energetic alloy, vibrant alloy, pulsating iron, and so forth. Over here on the sag mill right now, the only recipe I have in there at the moment is the pulverized coal, but we'll add more recipes as needed. Come down below, I've been working a lot on creating more patterns down here. We've now got all the patterns we need to make all of our capacitors here, all of our energy conduit, all of our other types of Ender IO conduits, the fluid conduit, pressurized fluid conduit, item conduits, and I've put in an Encoding pattern for the plastic sheets, and then we've still got several more over here. On this side, I've gone ahead and added some basic patterns in here: oakwood planks, sticks, chests, fence, and so forth. A lot of this just so that we can make, automate our barrel upgrades, which I've put a bunch of patterns in for automating our manufacture of barrel upgrades. We'll go as high as I think the 9. I went as high as the 27. So yeah, this really increases it to an insane amount here. If we install that in a barrel, I think I don't know how many thousands of stacks it will store, but quite a bit. And then we've got a bunch of patterns over here. A lot of the machine frames, leadstone energy cells, a lot of the coils and things, so that we can manufacture, more of these solar flex solar panels. So I've got all the patterns required to manufacture up to the tier 4 solar panels. So let me take a look at that. Those are the ones that generate 256 transfer 2,000 per. I think right now we've just got the tier 3 solar panels up on our roof. So we'll take a quick look at that. And oh no, we've got tier 4 up here. But you know, we can go ahead and go even further and teach the system to autocraft the tier 5 solar panels so we can get even more if we want. But I think that's good for now. We'll want to autocraft more solar panels for when we go traveling in space, so we go to other planets. We're going to want to be able to generate power the moment we get there, and I think we'll just do it all with solar. So, I don't know if on camera I'm going to bother with upgrading all of these barrels, but, you know, again, we've got everything we need now to craft all of those upgrades. If we switch our system to craftable items, we can see these are all the encoded patterns that we have in our auto crafting right now, and we're about maybe half full down there. And again, you know, we'll just expand the auto crafting system if we need to do more in the future. But right now, I think we're pretty well set. We can automate a lot of our most common tasks, energy conduits, all of our Ender IO conduits, barrels, item filters, and so forth. But, you know, one thing that would be really nice that you can do with this applied energistic system is being able to access it remotely. So why don't we get working on that right now? There's a couple of things that I think we should do first, and one is we need to craft ourselves. So let's see if I can find it here. The network tool, yes, this right here. In the old version of Applied Energistics, there used to just be a monitor that would show you all of your connections, you know, how many Applied Energistics devices were connected to the system. Well, now you do it with this handheld tool. So, why don't we go ahead and craft one of those? Looks like we're going to need one of these quartz wrenches to begin with. And where did it go? I don't think we've got any illuminated panels in the system, so let's craft one of those. And we should have everything else. And we get another wonderful achievement. So, now when we're holding this tool, we can right-click on, I think, pretty much any device in the system, and we get our basic, you know, all the information we need here to tell us we've got 16 of these, or 12 of these 16K crafting stores. It tells us all of the numbers of all of the devices that are connected to this system. So, I think, can we store this up here? No, we cannot. So, but that's alright. I think what we'll do is, what I like to do is just create an item frame. And, let's see here. I'm just going to create a whole bunch of these, because we'll use them for other things as well. And, we'll just, let's say, we'll just put that item frame right up here on the wall, and we'll store our tool there for when we need it. So, let's go back to the mod. And the thing we're going to want to create here is this wireless receiver. And that's going to be able to transmit the signal, and we'll need a whole bunch of these boosters as well. And that will allow us to use the remote access terminal where is that? Yeah, here we go, wireless access terminal. So, yeah, looks like we just need a terminal, wireless receiver. We'll be needing 2 of these. So, let's create the Fluix pearls first, if it will let us do that. What do we need? We need Fluix dust. And, in fact, why don't we create a pattern for that? We'll just look that up there. And that's a pretty simple recipe. So we'll go ahead and toss that in our system. We can auto-craft this stuff now as well. And let's see. Why don't we go ahead and tell the system to make some for us. And we'll have to do this trial and error thing again a few times until it sticks. Come on now. There, well, we can get 10 of them crafted anyway. So, let's blank this out. Oops, wrong item again. Oh, yes, we do need more Fluix dust, of course. I was wondering. And let's just, we'll just craft up a stack of that by hand for now. And let's see. Back to this dense energy cell. We needed, what, 7 more of these. And what did we run out of there? It's always something. Always something. Quartz glass. And, you know, we've got a recipe in our auto-crafting for that, but sometimes it's quicker to just do it on the spot here. And we just need, 4 more of these. And there we go. Dense energy cell, and do we have an ME terminal? Probably not. Yep, of course we've got to craft that. Do we have the parts for it? No, we don't. And let's see. We need another illuminated panel. Again, how do we make the panel here? That's the recipe we needed. Yeah, sure, we'll make 3 of those guys. And do we have any logic processors? Apparently we don't. Let's go ahead and auto-craft a few of those. And where are they? Here we go. Give me 10. I said give me 10. Come on now. How about just, let's try 3. Okay. Like I say, it's sort of a trial and error process sometimes. Back to the wireless. And let's see. Now we've got what we need there. And we should have everything we need to make our wireless terminal. And it requires power. We can see the device is not linked. Craft up that. And there we go. So, now I think there's one other thing we're going to need here. Go back to the Applied Energistics mod, and let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We need, we're going to need a biometric card. Let's craft one of those, and we need one other block here. Where is it? Where is it? I think it's called the security. Yes, here we go. ME security terminal. So, we need an ME chest. I think we've already got one of those. I don't know if we've got, apparently we don't. Let's craft one of these guys. If we can. What do we need? We need another terminal here. Craft the ME chest. And we're going to need a 16K storage cluster, so let's go ahead and auto-craft one of those and see if we can get the thing to do it. Craft one. Oh yes, and we got it on the first try. How about that? Amazing. And let's see, switch back to stored and craftable. That will show one in the system as soon as it's done, and there we go. So, back to our security terminal. And we should be able to create that now. Now I think one thing we're going to do here is we're just going to do a little rearranging of stuff. Oops. But I didn't want to take our pattern terminal away. I'll put that back. Put our blank patterns back in. And back up on top here. Gather all this stuff up. And what I meant to do here is maybe just remove this. That damn thing is really interfering with me. Let's just put our security terminal. We're not going to access it very often anyway. We really only need it just to program our card. I think we can probably take and let's put our wireless access point right on top of that guy. And from here we can place in our biometric card. And I believe this is how it works. And we should now be linked. And yes, now our wireless access card is linked. All we gotta do is put our monitors back. And I think what I'm gonna do is we're going to take this interface terminal and we'll just put it down here. So first of all, let's grab us a little bit more of that smart cable. There we go. Means we're going to need one more piece we can't attach directly to this Ender IO cable. So, one more hunk of smart cable there. And interface terminal. That's kind of where it belongs down here anyway. And, let's see. Anchors again. Put an anchor there. It doesn't matter if they're connected to these conduits anyway. This is all on the same circuit anyhow, but I just like my lines separate so I can keep track of what I'm looking at there. So, we should be in good shape now with everything. Everything's back the way it should be. Now, we've got a limited range with this thing. Let's see how far we can go. Yeah, see, already we're out of range. So we're going to need to boost this signal. So let's go back to the, we'll go back to Applied Energistics. And what we are looking for is, let's see here. Or we'll just type in wireless. And yeah, these little guys right here, these wireless boosters. And we'll make as many as we can. It looks like we need more Fluix dust. Now let's just handcraft up, about 3 stacks of this stuff. And I'm not exactly sure how many. Oh, looks like we need some ender pearl dust. So why don't we, let's see. Grab some ender pearls. And we'll toss some in there. Let's just toss about half of them in there. And we'll just make a processing recipe for that. Ender pearl equals some dust. Now let's set this back to normal recipe mode there. And we'll put that in there. Now we can automate some of that. Let's go ahead and craft some up. let's see, let's look at craftable, and we'll do this annoying process several times until we get it to do it. Sure, just make me 100 of them. We've got lots of ender pearls. How many do we have? And we only have 177 stacks of 16 ender pearls, so I don't think we're going to be worried about running out anytime soon. So back to the boosters. And again, I can't recall exactly how many we can put in here. I probably just made too many. But hey, you know, who cares? Let's see, we click on the wireless access point. What will it hold? Yeah, it'll hold a single stack. So what does that give us for range now? 528 meters. It's about 528 blocks. So there shouldn't be any place in or around our base now that we can't access our AE system with our wireless terminal. So let's go flying away here. Even from way over here now. So yeah, we could build 500 and something blocks out in pretty much any direction on our base. Of course, you know, our base will probably never get quite that big. But that'll give us access anywhere we are around our base to all of our items now. And let's see how much of this ender pearl dust have we made so far. 77. We probably won't be able to, be using it for really anything else. Well, there's no active jobs. It's pretty much done. I was going to just go ahead and interrupt it there. This machine looks like it's stuck. Pull it out for a second and see what's going on here. Okay, now we should be good. No jobs. And sweet, so now we've got our wireless access terminal, and it does seem to work just fine in this, top hotbar slot. But of course, again, the electromagnetic, always got to have that in the bottom, otherwise it won't work. So let's charge our stuff up here. We haven't really been using our staff for traveling much. To be honest, we really haven't needed it now that we've got flight. It's pretty easy to just fly around to wherever we need to go. So now we've got our wireless access terminal, and we've pretty much maxed out the range distance on this thing. So anywhere we are in our base, we can access our system, access all of our stuff. We can even set some jobs to auto-craft from here. We can't craft in the wireless access terminal, but that's alright. If we need to do that, we'll just travel back here. We've got our network tool now, and this is another tool that will allow us, to see through the blocks, see through all these facade blocks, and check all our wiring, check our system. We can click anywhere on the system and get, kind of a quick status of how much power we're using, how much energy per tick, and all of the devices connected to our planet energistic system. So, and speaking of power, let's take a look over here. We're still staying maxed on our system. And as we see, as long as we're getting a net gain here, and we're seeing the green positive numbers, we're getting power in. It's night right now, so we're probably pulling power from our solar. If we can get up in here, and let's check how that's holding up. So yeah, we're feeding energy from our solar system right now, but that's okay. That seems to replenish itself during the day. As we can see, it's looks like it's what time do we got? It's morning already, so we're not going to be running out of power. we'll add some more solar powers now that we can auto-craft those. Let's check our animal situation, and nothing. But hey, look, we're flying around and we can get all of our stuff, so cool. So I think that should do it for today's episode. We got a little bit more progress. I think we're pretty good with our applied energistic system for a while now. We can maybe get on to working on some other things in the next episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please remember to click like, comment, subscribe, share, and obey your alien overlords, or you will be probed in the butt. Once again, this is AlienPet13 signing off. Probe you later.